Hello everybody, welcome. Right now we're just looking at Bitcoin, right? We did have a drop recently, so let's just take rid of all this stuff. So we're battling above this ground's area of support at around 34,600 to 35,000, and we did not hold that. So we did come back down here to this area, and we are currently trading within two ranges of around 31,000 to 35,000. So I'm actually, let me just move this a little bit more. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, right there. How's everyone doing today? Everyone's doing good? All right, there you go. Hello everybody. Welcome. Thank you for the likes. Remember to hit that like button if you want to support the channel. But right now we're just looking here at Bitcoin. It is just currently trading here at a lower area. It is coming down towards the lower part of the Bollinger Bands. So Bollinger Bands are just these two areas right here. It looks kind of like a river, right? And then the price is always following either one side, right? Either the top side or the bottom side of these bands. And the red line in the middle is the average of the price action. So it's always going to be either touching the price action, right? You're touching this red line and bouncing off, or going in between, or moving away from it. So you're either moving away from the red line or moving towards it. And right now we moved really far away from the red line. So we still could continually go back down here and trade and retest this area one more time. Probably making another inverse head and shoulders type deal. But for the most part, we are still in between these two areas. So I could see the thing coming back up, the price of Bitcoin coming back up and retesting this area at 35,000, 34,800. But if we do not get that movement to the upside, we are looking at a continual drop here to test this previous low here at 31,000. That could also happen. So either we come back up and retest and break through and move up higher, or we're going to be rejected and come back down here. So that's what's looking like. And if we also look at the 1 hourly time frame, we see that we made a head and shoulders, but this was a support. So shoulder, head, shoulder, and the price target for that is right here. So if we move the head here down to the neckline, which was right around here, then we push it back down here below the neckline. Our price target is around 31,000. So if we do complete this third impulsive wave, meaning our first wave, second wave, third wave, fourth wave, fifth wave, we can come back down here and retest this area. So that's what's looking more likely, especially because we are on the bottom portion of this RSI. That's what it's looking like so far. So we do expect another move to the downside before we move up. And I was saying here too last live stream that we did hit this half part of the resistance between these two areas of support and resistance, meaning that if we did not come back and retest to move on higher, we were going to just come back down here. So we did have a sort of a fake out, but we did hit this price target exactly as I predicted. This ascending triangle, we hit it perfectly, came up here and came back down and broke through the support. Unfortunately, we broke through it, right? I was saying this bounce needs to happen right now to move on further, but we ended up not having that bounce like we were predicting. So we ended up trading below it, and right here when we found the rejection, that's when you could have opened up a nice short. Remember, I'm going to be taking requests, so if you want me to look at any altcoin, make sure to type it in the comments down below in the chat and I'll take a look at it. I see some viewers here right now. If you're just joining right now, make sure to hit that like button. I really would appreciate it. It helps this podcast or this live stream reach more people. But yeah, also just put down any requests for any coins down below. But right now, let's look at our indicators too. So it is still saying sell, and we are getting rejected from this moving average. We have all the moving averages below us or above us, meaning a lot of resistance, and we're not holding this red line. So we are going to come back down. So it's looking more bearish at the moment. So it looks like we might come back down to retest or to hit this price target of the head and shoulders at around 31,500. So that's what it's looking like right now. Remember, if you want me to check on anything, put in the comments down below. But we do see that the overall market is red. We do see all these altcoins are down 2 to 5%. And if we look on coin market cap, the whole entire market is down 4%. So if your coin, any altcoin or that you're invested in is lower than 4% in a decrease, that means it's outperforming the market, which is pretty good. So if it is down more than 4%, that means that it's not outperforming the market. It's doing worse than the overall market, meaning that, you know, it's just getting hit harder. So it might not be such a sound investment compared to other coins that are holding on pretty well. So we are seeing Tether. Tether is going up a little bit. That means that a lot of people are either moving away from altcoins and crypto, and they're moving into stablecoin like Tether. So they can just wait on the sidelines, wait for the price to drop a little bit more to potentially buy in. Hello, Smith Williams. Good to see you again, man. But yeah, so we are seeing red across the board. Ethereum is hitting hard. It is down 6% today. Binance Coin down 4.5%. Cardano down 3%. Not that bad. Cardano's doing good. Doge Coin only down 1%. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, let's take a look at SHIBA. Let's take a look at SHIBA. Something interesting about SHIBA is we did get a hint at it that SHIBA swap could happen this weekend. Could be released this weekend. I don't know if any of you have heard that yet, but like if we look on Reddit, everyone's posting about it, saying that let's see, where is it? Right here. Man, I love the weekend, don't you? And the song is I Feel It Coming. So this could be Shytoshi. He's the project manager for SHIB. This could be his hint of SHIBA dropping this weekend. So I'm definitely going to be making a live stream for that this weekend. I'm not going to be missing out on that for all you SHIBA fans out there. But let's look at SHIBA right now. SHIBA is, where'd it go? Somewhere over here. Okay, so it's down, not that bad. Okay, oh, all right. Yeah, so let's take some of this stuff out of the way. So if we just look at the price, let's just focus on the price right now. We do have to break this resistance right here. This is very important that we break this resistance. And right now, it looks like we aren't even getting the momentum to come back up and retest it again. It looks like we actually might just trail off right here and then just break through this and come back down here, which is not a good sign. Definitely not a good sign. What we had was this nice bounce, but once Bitcoin started to retrace and started going down again, the sentiment of the market started going down, and that's why we saw this move. And it looks now like we're just doing a descending triangle. Descending triangles are bearish patterns, so do expect a drop down. For all of those that were waiting for that 0.00007 area, this looks like it could actually come back down here and retest it again, because we do see the descending triangle. So the triangles will be moving between these areas, and then we get a breakdown, and it's also just a big M pattern right here. One top and then a lower high, and then that is also going to be the same exact price target for either the descending triangle or the M double top pattern. So just to show you what I'm talking about right here. Now, usually these are continuation patterns. So we do have a descending resistance, and then we have a horizontal support. But they also can be right here at the top. So they can be a reversal pattern as well. But typically they're like continuation patterns, meaning that, you know, if we see a downtrend, right? Let's say the price is dropping, and then it bounces up, starts creating lower and lower highs, creating this horizontal resistance or descending resistance and a horizontal support, and then it breaks down. That's the continuation of the downtrend. Right now we are in an uptrend right here, but at the same time they could also be reversal patterns, and it's just an M pattern in general, right? We have one top and we have a lower high, and the measurement for that move would be let me get that out for you. So I'll get it from this high right here. So I'm saying it probably will break down here in the next couple hours. Once we see Bitcoin do that final wave to the downside, and it's hit exactly this blue box, my blue box of support, and we could see a nice bounce from there. So if you are planning on putting in a long, this would be a good opportunity. Yet again, not financial advice, you know, always do your own research and TA, but that's what it's looking like to me. It's looking like a clear double top reversal pattern, and then also just a descending resistance with a horizontal clear area of support. Look, resistance here, resistance, support, but now we are coming back down to this average area. And if we look at our Bollinger Bands too, we did touch the top of this Bollinger Band. Now we broke through the red line, and now we're just kind of wavering down here, moving towards the downside. But this is only the 1 hour chart. If we look at a 4 hour chart, it is going to look a little bit more different. But we still see that M pattern here as well. Look at the Bollinger Bands here. Yeah, so we are crossing through the red line. And what does that mean? It means that we're more likely to come and test this outer band right here, this band. We're going to be moving towards this price and eventually coming over here and then moving back into the average. So if this red line comes like this, you know, the price is going to come back up and retest. So that's how I use the Bollinger Bands. It is just an average of the price and how it fluctuates in between those averages. Yep, Giannis, we're just talking about SHIBA. SHIBA is looking like it is creating a double top pattern, a lower high. So we have a previous high up here at around that 9-cent area. We did get a slight rejection at, we did get a really big rejection at that 10 mark, at that 0.0001, which everybody's been looking at. That's why we got a huge sell-off. And now we created a lower high, which is not bearish. You know, it's not bearish at the moment. I mean, it is bearish right now, but at the time it put in the second lower high, it wasn't bearish. But the fact that we came back down here to retest this area made it so this was a really prominent neckline. And the fact that we're having a really hard time even coming back to retest this yellow line of resistance is not looking good for SHIBA. So that's why it is looking more bearish at the moment. And we are, look at this on the RSI. If you look right here, the RSI, this white line is the middle of the RSI. Here, let me just zoom it out here. So this white line is the middle point, and every time we're above the white line, we are in an uptrend. So as soon as we broke out here, we started making new highs, making a lot of gains. We came back down once everyone started selling off, and now look, we're barely holding on to that, meaning that when you have like a small bounce like this, like that, and we're going down. So this looks like we are beginning to start our downtrend. You know, we're gonna make another leg down, and it doesn't necessarily mean we're gonna be dropping a lot, but it does mean that we either gonna be dropping and moving sideways or just moving sideways, you know. So not an uptrend, but also not a crazy downtrend. But I do expect a lot of these altcoins to make another leg down because Bitcoin is still teasing us and waiting for that right moment to spring up. So that's why it's looking like that. Thank you everybody for the likes. Make sure to put down your request for whatever you want me to look at right now. But that's what it's looking like for SHIBA. We are my price target for SHIBA right now, because of this M double top pattern, is right here at the blue box at around 0.00007. All right, that's what it's looking like for SHIBA. But you know, the fact that we are getting this weekend couldn't, and plus Bitcoin also is very volatile during the weekend. This could mean that like a lot of altcoins are going to be pumping. You know, if Bitcoin breaks through that previous resistance, it means that we are going to be moving up a lot higher, and especially with this news right here. All right, let's go back. But yeah, a lot of red across the board, let's go back to Bitcoin. But my price target, to sum it up, is right here at the blue box. So I expect us to go like this. So this is the M pattern. I'm expecting us to trade below here, start just trading sideways a little bit here, and then drop. And then either trade here and then make our way back up, or what could also happen is we could get rejected from this blue box, come down, and then trade even lower. But if we see a nice strong bounce, meaning that we have a candle here, and then the wick, so the candle's like this, and then the wick comes down here but moves the price back up, meaning the price got pushed all the way down here, but it closed above the blue box, that is my confirmation that we got a strong balance here, that still is support, and then we're moving up higher. And this could be also really strong resistance because it was nice support. Look at the BTC shorts. It's still wavering around. Not that many people are shorting Bitcoin. So this is just sideways movement for right now. That's what it's looking like for Bitcoin. But at that moment, I do expect another drop for Bitcoin. Let's look. And remember, Bitcoin is important because it is the leading asset. It is the leading indicator for all the altcoins. The altcoins are going to suffer a way more of a drop than Bitcoin when Bitcoin is in a continual downtrend. Not on here. Okay, whatever. All right, it's right here. All right. There is a lot of noise on here. Let me just get rid of this stuff. Okay, so if we zoom out, here, we see that we were in this this ascending or descending channel, right? Boom, 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 boom. Fake out. Oh, we came back down, head and shoulders, moving, bouncing. So if we do not, if we can't hold this lower level right here at around 31,000, then we're gonna come down here at our blue box support at around 30,000 right here, and expect us to come back up, make a nice move to the upside, and then start trading up higher because it looks like a potential huge inverse head and shoulder. So we have a shoulder, we have a nice head right here, and then we have our second shoulder. We'll probably come back down here to this lower level, boom, and make its way back up here and trade above in this area. And that price target of this inverse head and shoulders would be right around, so this is the top of the head right here. We move it up here at maybe around this breakout, hitting $42,000. That could be the price target for this inverse head and shoulders. But right now we're still back in the channel. You know, we did have a nice little, it's not necessarily a fake out, we just didn't hold the price up. But we are coming back down here, and the reason why I'm saying we're going to be coming down a little bit lower to this area would be because if we look here, we had, let's look on a lower time frame so it just looks a little bit better. But we had our first head, our first shoulder, our head, and then our second shoulder here, and the price target for that is right here at the neckline to the top of the head, down here, breaking it down, would be down in this area yet again at around 31,000. Remember, if you're just joining the stream right now, just to put your recommendations of what you want me to look at here on in the chat below. But we do see the DXY is also, wow, the DXY is pumping pretty hard. Almost hitting my, almost hitting my price target. So I was saying that this was looking like a cup and handle, and it still technically is a cup and handle. It's just that the handle was a little bit shorter. But I did say this was a neckline. So usually the handle should be a little bit bigger than this, but this can look like a potential handle. And then this is the cup. And this is the neckline. So cup and handle patterns are bullish patterns, meaning that from here to here, right, this is the neckline. This is the target, is from here to the bottom. And that breakout is right around 92.663. And the reason why I'm looking at the DXY is look at this crazy move. It oh wait, wow, this actually could be one even bigger cup and handle here too, where this is just a huge neckline. That's why we're seeing crazy pumpage right now. Wow, yeah, it's continuing to pump. So if this pumps even more, that means more trouble and more downside for Bitcoin. Because if we look right here, make the horizontal line right there, this could be just one giant cup and the handle. And if we do finish this move, this could be very dangerous for Bitcoin. Let's look at this. Let's measure that move. Oops. Wow, it can go to 95. Now, I don't think it is because the dollar is always just devaluating in price. But let's see where that would be. Do we find any resistance in that area? Yeah, so we do. It's this previous boom right there. So yep, so this area, the blue box. I'm gonna draw a nice blue box here. Guys, if you also want to know anything about TA, I can also answer those questions if you type them down below as well. But thank you for tuning in. And we also do have a W pattern here, so we actually look like we could be moving up higher, and that is not good for Bitcoin. We're seeing really a lot of weakness with Bitcoin right now. A lot of weakness. You know, the volume is not just there yet, but we are expecting a big move because look at the volume is slowly decreasing, and then we'll see a big old spike in volume, and that means a breakout moving up or breakdown, which is what we don't want to see. Well, if we just move this further this way, we could see the price coming back down here. That's why it is very dangerous for Bitcoin right now. Very, very dangerous. Let me put on the buy and sell signal for you guys if you want to take a look at that. Let's look at the daily. Let's look at a bigger time frame, because right now when we're closed up, it's zoomed in, it does look bad. But if we look on the daily, you know, it doesn't look crazy bad if we just zoom out more. What could also potentially happen too is a head and shoulders here as well, which is not a good thing. So we have our shoulder, our head, and then this could come back down here. If it goes down here again one more time, we could see that inverse or that head and shoulder happen, and that is not what we want to see. Yeah, Bitcoin is struggling. You know, if we do close this daily candle below this white line at 33,000, it could be really bad for Bitcoin. I see us dipping down a little bit, maybe having a nice wick to the downside like we saw here a lot of times, like a big old wick to the downside, but boom, we move back up, close above, and same thing here, big old wick, closed above. So I'm expecting that to happen with Bitcoin. We see probably a big old sharp drop, and then we see the price just skyrocket here, creating a huge W pattern here as well. W, right? So it literally can go both ways. As much as I hate to say it, it could go both ways. We just have to keep our eye on it. But as of right now, we do have a bullish pattern potentially forming. Do you think it will drop under 20,000? Nope. I don't think it will drop under 20,000. 20,000 is pretty strong support, just because it's just macro. If we look back, let's go on the weekly. If we look back on the weekly, 20,000 was right here, right there, 20,000, right? And look at this, it hit this top. This was the local top here back, not the local, but the peak of the 2017-2018 bull run. So even if we've dropped to that price, we're going to see a huge move to the upside, a huge move, because that's super strong support. And also, even here, look back here, this area when we're consolidating back in November to December, we're hitting that 20,000 mark. Let's go on the daily on here. Look, we found it as such strong resistance here as well. So we moved up to 20K, actually didn't quite get there. We went up to 19,000, came all the way back down to 16,000, moved back up to 19,000, almost touching 20,000, came back down, and then boom, moved up. So this is strong support, very strong support, because we were, first of all, it was a local high. I mean, the previous all-time high, and then we also found some consolidation here as well. Not too much, not a lot, but still, enough for it to be strong support. Now, we don't have too much left after that, but see how we also came down here. This is strong support here as well, resistance. But between that, not too much in between. So right here also as well at around 24 to 25. So it all just depends on Bitcoin's price, but we do have 3 different levels of support. Now, how strong they are, it all depends on the volume, the VWAP. But yeah, so I don't think it's going to go down 20,000, honestly. I do see that the metrics are curving to the upside. If we look on the daily, let's look at this this indicator right here. Okay. So back here right here, this high here on January, that's when we hit 20K, I think. Let's see. No, we hit 40K. Okay, so we hit 40K right here. This high is correlated with this this big old peak right here. And then what happened? We kept making higher and higher highs. That's not a good thing. So I mean, it is a good thing, but the fact that this was making higher highs, but if you look on the RSI, so this is the first high when we hit 40K, then we hit 50K, then we hit 60K, then we hit 64K. Look what's happening. We're having less and less momentum, less money being put in, less people buying, and the price is getting more overbought. So when the price is going up, but the strength index is going down, we have we call it a divergence. We call this a bearish divergence, meaning that we're going to have a pullback. And we had that pullback, and that pullback looked like this. We had this huge move to the downside and another huge move to the downside. So this was that pullback or this drop in the price. So whenever we see bearish divergence, I mean the price is going up, we're making new highs, but the momentum and the strength of the price is going down and down and down, meaning that we're going to get a huge drop in the price. And we saw that. We saw it go from 64,000 all the way down to 30,000, and now we're just been consolidating. So that was one huge red flag here that we were seeing all throughout March, April. We said there was something big coming, a big drop coming, but you know, with the euphoria, everybody making a lot of money, we didn't really pay too much attention until it was too late. Well, new traders, you know, more experienced traders did see it coming and they did take profits. But right now we are seeing that we are making our way back up here. We did sell at a very oversold level in the RSI, right, compared to very overbought, oversold. And so now we're just making our way back up. You know, we're just making new highs. And that means that we're starting to come back up from this downtrend. We're starting to see reversals in the metrics. All right. But yeah, 33K has to hold. 33K has to hold right here. And we're coming back up. 33K. We went down as low as 32,700. So 33K is looking like it's holding, but we do have 19 hours left till this daily candle does close. Look at our indicators too. I mean, on the daily, the buy indicator is still saying it's a buy. So we still haven't seen the sell indicator. But yeah, the sell indicator was a pretty good one right here at the top right there. But, you know, it's been kind of mixed here. With the downtrend, I don't really use the sell and buy indicators as much. I just focus more on the price action and support resistance and the oscillators. So you can take that out. But right now we're below. We just got rejected from this moving average. So that's also not good. 21 days pushing the price down. We have to come back up and retest and break through. And the fact that it's moving on top of this already descending channel is making it even stronger resistance. So all just depends on us holding this level and moving up, because if we don't, we're going to be coming down here and retesting this and then coming back up. So let me actually expand this a little bit more. There you go. So yeah, so come back down, come back up, retest, move on forward. Or if we hold this, we can come back up, come down, come up, boom, move on forward. All right, everybody. I'm gonna hop off in like 5 minutes. If you want me to look at anything else before I go, just put it in the comments down below in the chat. But right now, Bitcoin is just holding 33K. It has to hold, or else we're gonna be dropping a little bit more. Let's zoom in a little bit more. Let's do the 15-minute chart just so you guys can see all the price action. Yeah, so it's just looking really weak. It's looking weak. It's been hugging this area of support so much, breaking through above. Yeah, it's not looking crazy good right now for Bitcoin. You know, it looks like we are gonna make that next leg down. Prediction on ETH. Yeah, let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at ETH. Long term, I'm very bullish because we do have the hard fork, the London hard fork that's coming up at the end of July or and we're already in July. So that's why we did see nice moves to the upside for Ethereum, but we did have a nice pullback as well. It's down 6% today. But let's look at the let's look at ETH. Yikes. Okay. Okay, so like I was saying, we're having this this descending broadening wedge, and the price target for the wedge is the top of the wedge, which would have been right here at 28.65. But you know, we did retest, so we retested, had a nice move up, got rejected right here at this blue box of resistance at around 22,500, came back down, we made this M, and now it is looking bearish. It's looking pretty bearish. Oh, look, and I said that we had a bearish divergence here too in my last. Hold on, let me just move this down. In my last live stream, so that's why it's always important for you guys, if you want to support the channel, make sure you like and subscribe. But we do see that we had this bearish divergence, meaning the price is going to go down, and look what happened. We dropped even lower because the price is going up here and the momentum was going down. So bearish divergence, and we completed our M. So I was saying from right around here that it's going to drop right around 2,200, and it went all the way down here to 2,000. Now 2,000 is going to be very strong support right around here, you know, and that could be the retest that we needed. Like I said before, when we were having this as strong right here, strong resistance, and we broke out of it, we're gonna come back and retest it. And look what happened. We did. We came out and retested it, and now we could come back up here, but we are creating that M. The M is right here. This is the neckline, reversal pattern, and the price target for that would be from here to here, right there. So it'll be right here back at 19,000 or 1,900 to come back here. So that's the price target. Now, is it going to go up, down all the way there? We do have strong support here Hopefully we retest and have a nice bounce, meaning that this is now support, that 2000 level. But if we do start hovering through here, then we could come back down here, retest, and then make our way back up here for Ethereum. So it is still looking bearish. We are still in the middle of going through this M pattern. And then also, yeah, we're just below a bunch of averages. You know, we're below the 21, the 50, down the 200 too. That was right here at this blue box, meaning super strong resistance. That's the reason why we didn't make it all the way there, and we found a rejection. And the RSI is still going towards that oversold. So, you know, we could have a reversal at any moment, but we do have to look for divergences, and we have to look to see if the price has a nice bounce. All right, everybody, that's gonna be it for me. Yeah, like I said, ETH price target would be 1900, or we could have a nice bounce right here at that 2K level. Hopefully 2K holds and Bitcoin makes its next move up. And then Bitcoin it's looking at the price target of, let's go back to our watch list. It's looking at the price target at 31,500. So I'll probably wait to place a trade here until Bitcoin reaches that 31K, another move to the downside, and then springboard up, which we could see during this weekend. But all right, thank you very much, everybody. I will catch you all later. I'll be making a live stream for that SHIBA swap. Hopefully it goes out this weekend, and I'll be making a lot more videos as well. What do you think about Elon talking about baby Doge? You mean when he tweeted about Shiba Inu, like the little Shiba Inu thing? I don't think too much about it. You know, Elon Musk has some weird ass tweets, and sometimes they make no sense. And yeah, so he could just be talking about just regular Doge. You know, that's why we have a nice pump with Doge. But at the same time, you know, I take anything he says with a grain of salt until he starts accepting payment back for Tesla for Bitcoin, because once that happens, and then we'll see a huge move in the price. And I think he's waiting for that nice wick, so we could hear news at any moment, because we are seeing that the miners are moving away from China and they're going more green, and we're seeing a lot of American miners start to build up their clean energy mining. Oh, when was that? Let's take a look. Twitter. Let's see. Super heavy moves tomorrow. Yeah, this is just talking about Dogecoin. So, you know, he's trying to pump Doge. You know, seeing if he still has that power to move the markets, which apparently he does. Was it 18 hours ago? Let's look at what happened 18 hours ago for Doge. So look at what happened. I think it's this right here. Yeah, I think it's this move right here. I think what he's looking at is he's trying to pump it up because he's probably seeing that there's weakness in Doge. You know, it is struggling for support right here on this blue box. And let's just look at that move real quick, because I know it's right here. This is what happens when there's like tweets. You see huge moves and then a huge like wick to the downside. I wish he would ban Elon Musk. Yeah. He should be in trouble for the stuff that he says, like with the Bitcoin thing, the whole FUD and everything. That should get him in some trouble because he's been in trouble in the past legally, about like Tesla too, and tweeting and saying about like holding, going private, all that stuff. So he is already under the eye of like, of what is it, the SEC and all that stuff. So he knows what he's doing. He's not dumb, although a lot of people do think he's dumb. So he knows what he's doing, but at the same time, he just doesn't care, apparently. But yeah, let's see that move. So it was at 23 cents and it went all the way up to 26 cents. So just on that tweet, it went up 10%. So not bad. He's still kind of like able to pump the markets, but just because he just tweeted, you know, that the song, the Baby Shark song, didn't really do that much of an impact. And we see all these moving averages just cut it out as support, as resistance, like red, yellow, orange, all push the price down. And if we just look at the action, we're creating, we're just keep coming back to this blue box. Not good. Not good. It's looking like a descending triangle as well. So like we see here, high, high, higher, low. You come make it like this. So descending resistance, horizontal support. We're moving, boom, 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 boom. That's what it's looking like for Doge. All right, but we could also get a fake out. We could be trading here and then come back up. It just depends on Bitcoin, but Doge is not looking that strong. Doge is not looking that strong at all. But if we come back down here to this area, this could be a nice area for potentially putting a long in here just to retest this area of support or resistance. Because even if we get a breakdown, what we're going to see is breakdown, retest. If we can't break through the blue box again, boom, continuation to the downside. And this could potentially be a nice entry to ultimately come back up and retest here in the near future. But we'll just have to wait and see, you know. But as of right now, it's looking pretty weak. Doge is looking pretty weak, and it is below all these moving averages. We zoom in here. Oops. It's below the yellow and the orange, the 21 and the 50, and the 200 is super far away. So still in a continual downtrend. Let's see here. Have you thought about providing tutorials on how to read charts? Yeah, so a lot of people have been asking me for one-on-ones and more guidance on how to read charts, and I'm considering doing that. So I'm gonna be setting that stuff up next week. So if you want, definitely like and subscribe. And I'm gonna be once I get all that figured out, I can do some one-on-one sessions. You know, more in depth on trading, what I've learned, what experiences that I've gone through that have helped me, and yeah, just more market consensus, you know, reading into the markets, not just TA, but also fundamentals, all that stuff. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. I'm gonna do another live stream and I'll be talking about more of it in detail. So definitely considering that, because a lot of people have been asking me and DMing me about those services, and I'm definitely down to do that as well. All right, so yeah, so Baby Doge, I don't know when that coin, let's look at when that coin actually came out. Because if it came out right when he tweeted that, then someone was just, you know, Baby Doge coin right here. Okay, so it's a really new coin. It came out 3 weeks ago. And down here, right, that tweet skyrocketed it. I mean, of course, like, I don't doubt that. The volume is pretty crazy. The market cap is less than $1 billion, so it's still a small cap, a micro cap at this point. But right now, there's just so much money into it. It still can move definitely a lot. But SHIBA is around a 4 billion market cap, so only 4 more times this one, meaning that there's not much real, you know, potentially go up higher left. Because the more money that's being put in, the harder it is to move the price up. And right now it's almost at $1 billion. So, you know, most of the gains are already like out of here, but that still doesn't mean that you can't not make money. But at the fact that it's it just reached its local high, so it went up to this high right here, came down, and then went back to that high, and then came back down, meaning that there's going to be a lot of resistance at this point. And right now it's looking like it's almost drawing an M, right? So this is the first top. we're making a lower high. If we drop down to this area of support right here at the neckline, we can move back down here and come back to this low area of support again. That's what it's looking like here for Baby Doge. And let's look at the wallets. Actually, no, they don't have holders here. Yeah, so looking pretty risky for me, man. Looking really risky. It's the 2,500 rank. This crazy price, and there's no circulating supply. The max supply is 420 trillion. There's just a lot of red flags here, but they lucked out. They lucked out by having Baby Doge in the name, and that's why it pumped. On their burn date. What's on their burn date? All right, everybody. Thank you so much. I got to head out now. I'm going to be doing another live stream tomorrow, so make sure to check in then. Jar has an upcoming Coinbase listing. Let's see. If that is true, then we've probably already seen a pump. Oh, actually, no. Was it, when was it? Was it right here? June 30th, June 25th to June 30th? Was that the time? Let's see. I don't see it. Super small on their Twitter. Yeah, I don't know, man. Let's see. I don't know where to look on Twitter. Burning 90% of the supply. That's pretty intense. That's pretty intense if they're burning 90% of their supply. Let's look at it. Market cap 4 million, really small. Volume less than 1 million. I mean, but the market cap's like only 4 million anyway. Up to 121%. Verify. At least I have circulating supply, you know, and it's not that much, 100 million. So not bad. Not bad. It's still really low on the ranking. How long has this coin been out? It's been out for 2 years. All right, so it's not bad. I just have to look at the fundamentals, what it actually does. Yeah, I have to look at what it does. Let's see. Future-oriented collaboration community economy, the world's first group chat, intelligent robot conversation, full life cycle, closed loop solutions, algorithm engine. It's a multi-person, multi-chat conversation bot service based in artificial intelligence, natural language interaction, and the big data mining and training platform behind it. Has independently developed an algorithm engine that includes functions such as named entity recognition and translation. Okay, so it's like just an AI play. All right. Let's see, who are some backers here? There's no backers. All right, so looking at the white paper, Schmegmars. I mean, I've heard of it. I mean, I'll just take a look at it real quick. Then I gotta go for real. I really gotta go. Is Coinbase a pump and dump? Yeah, whenever they say that there's gonna be a listing of a new coin, always the pump, and then when it actually does come out, you see the dump. I don't know why it's not coming out. I know of this coin. I know it exists. It's not coming out though. On CoinMarketCap. Yeah, man. I don't know. Let me see. All right, everybody, I gotta go. I really gotta go. I'm gonna be late. So thank you for tuning in right now. I will come back on tomorrow. So expect another stream tomorrow, and then you can ask me more questions.